Alright, what's up, trolls and good Samaritans? What a glorious day in the world of DSP. Praise be and prayer hands all the way around. Now let's give a special set of prayer hands to this gentleman here. This young man that showed extreme courage and tagged stream elements and asked a very simple question. And then, of course, all the good Samaritans all around the world decide to hop in and do our part. And we each shared a quote-unquote favorite moment from DSP over the years. So then Stream Elements makes a very prudent decision and bans DSP's sorry ass from the platform. And then, of course, the King of Hate himself has to throw a bitch fest about the situation. And, well, let's just see what he said. The King of Hate says, "So, I can confirm that trolls mass reported me to Stream Elements and had my page banned with zero justification. Therefore, half my Earthbound stream got cancelled, and I now have to accept tips differently. I'm now uploading an explanation to DSPGaming plus gameplay. I'm very sorry that these things keep happening. Those that actually watch my content / attend my streams know none of this is warranted or valid, and I'm tired of being victimized by these people. I will be streaming tonight regardless, so see you soon." Well, excuse me, if I'm all out of tears for you, DSP. Where have I heard this fucking victim and pity segment before? As I said a long time ago in another video, change the fucking record, Phil. But let's go ahead and take a look at a tweet that another Good Samaritan had. The Good Samaritan says, "I love when you always claim you get banned for, quote, no reason whatsoever. I'm pretty sure feigning distress is a TOS violation on every platform that takes some form of tips / donations. You get what you deserve. Praise be." Seems like pretty spot on analysis if you ask me. You can frame it any way you want, Phil. You can move the goalpost in any direction you want. But at the end of the day, karma's gonna get you, bae. And while you shouldn't have been banned for the video in question, the fact people can point to a million other instances should be justification enough. Now let me give a quick shout out to Forbidden Math, because if it wasn't for them and a question they asked, I wouldn't have went searching on PigPigGo and stumbled onto this clip. And it just falls in line with how shady this fucking guy is and how he tries to hide everything. But it also applies to the whole DSP is 1 minute man theory and something else that I've been speculating on for a while now.
I'm doing the math here and it doesn't even add up. It's almost looking like it's possible that that tip from many days ago did clear. Which still wouldn't make sense because it still wouldn't add up. It would still be off. Well, to Will, son of Aragorn, I have a question for you. If you could take a look and let me know, did your tip clear? Because if it did, that's awesome that it cleared. Because it looked like my total on my PayPal account went boop like this, but I'm doing the math and adding what that tip would have been plus this isn't correct. Anyway, looks like I got another tip. Hold on. Oh, Wilson of Aragorn says no. It says to him it's still pending. So I don't know what happened then. You know what might have happened? I might have had a long-standing tip that was charged back, and it might have finally been found in my favor. Oh, wait a minute. No. I know what happened. I got a tip. Yeah, here we go. I just received a $37 tip from Silent Bob. That's what happened. And I didn't see it. It didn't pop up. Because here's what happened. You guys remember that I had to change from Streamlabs over to Stream Elements, and I still don't know why. They still never answered me. They just ignore me. So I guess I got shadow banned with no explanation at all. Who knows if it was intentional? Who knows if it was a technical issue? I guess I'll never know because they're not answering me. But there were a few people who actually would tip me on a daily basis, and they weren't actually on the live streams. What they would do is once a day they would send me a tip through the Streamlabs link, and I would get it, and they would say, here's your tip, and they would say the name and the message that they wanted or whatever. And Silent Bob was actually one of those people, And then what's happened is they go to send a tip, the link doesn't work anymore. So now they just send it kind of directly to my PayPal, but I don't know it until I check my PayPal. And I'm like, wait, what? Oh, there it is. So thank you, Silent Bob. That's a $37 tip from Silent Bob that I just got. Okay.
All right, and the clip will be down in the description for anyone that wants to watch it in full. Now, that was from March 4th of 2021, and that tip was from Silent Bob, who we now know is also 1 Minute Man, thanks to Piece of Peace and the work he does with the tips tracker. You know, I used to think they were different people, but once Peace actually started tracking it and showing the similarities, it became obvious that they were the same person. But the best part of that clip for me is that Phil has to pull back the curtain and show you how things happen behind the scenes. You know, it kills him to have to reveal stuff like that, which is why he tries to keep everything secret in the first place. And by the way, what happened to Wilson of Aragorn? You piece of fucking shit. Gee, I wonder who that was, giving him more money under a fake name. Part of that $25,000 investment, perhaps? But go back and watch the clip if you need to, because there's so much in it. DSP also admits that he sometimes gets chargebacks in his favor, like weeks and months after the fact. Now, we know this already, but since you're so transparent, DSP, how come you don't admit that? Think about times when he's crying for support and there's potentially a $30 chargeback that he just won and it's just sitting there in his account. You think he wants to reveal that? But the more important part of the clip, he reveals that Silent Bob is one of the people, by the way, and that's a direct quote, that sends him money directly on a regular basis. And he doesn't do it while Phil is live, so there's usually no pop-up on the screen. Now, I know DSP is not 1 Minute Man, but there's other people that believe it. And as long as it's getting gold dust from DSP, then, you know, whatever, man. It is what it is. Who cares? But this also leads towards a theory I've had for a while. Alright, so on June 2nd, you can see that I say, if I had to bet, I'd say Jeff tips first thing every morning, and DSP just reads it off after break, when he checks it. So it would kind of be a fake tip in a way, in that it didn't come during the break. But that's just my Theo theory. It's possible that Jeff knows when DSP's break is every day and just sends it then, despite more than likely only watching on demand. Now, I've been thinking that for a long time, but that's just one of the instances where I could find that I said it in Discord. But just imagine if that really is Planet Jeff's existence. You wake up and the first thing you think of every day, assuming that's what he does, is you log into PayPal and give DSP his daily 1 Minute Man tithe. What the fuck, man? The fact that these people are so dedicated to making sure DSP can play his mobile games and get his DoorDash. Meanwhile, they just slop it up like pigs out in the field. Pay pigs, of course. You know, it's just incredible. But then when I started thinking of the links that people go to make sure he gets his play money, I started thinking about Timbo Slice, and well, let's get into the next part of the video. So on the night stream, someone by the name of Phil Daddy tipped $69.69. Now, if you didn't already know that was Timbo, then I'm ashamed of you. I really am. Now, I didn't feel like going and getting the clip because I use enough clips from this fucking guy already, but let me read you the tip message word for word. Quote, "We're here for you. Let's get some fights going and have a chillax time tonight," unquote. Now, Timbo fucked the message up because Phil had to read the first part of it twice, but the name, the amount, and the message all gave it away. There was also something else I found interesting, and that was the word chillax. I searched it up on PigPigGo, and there was 35 results of Phil saying it. Now, you know, it's kind of a weird word, so he probably said it 1,000 times, and PigPigGo just didn't pick up on it. Or maybe it's spelled differently on the website, whatever. But these pay pigs are so trained, they listen to his buzzwords, and they tip him and repeat it back to him. Much like Derek does every night. You know, it's so wild to think this is real life. But then I also started thinking of how this Stream Elements ban is going to affect people like Timbo, Patriarchy, and the 3-letter bitch, etc., etc. That all like to use these fake names to tip. And so I did some handy investigative work, hacked into Timbo's PayPal, and found one of his tip messages that he sends to Phil regularly. So here we see Timbo sending a tip to darksidephil@hotmail.com in the amount of 1 cent, 1 penny. He says, "Hey Phil, it's Timbo. Please don't read my name out on stream. I don't want the trolls to know it's me. What did you have for dinner? Please use the name Daddy Phil as my tip name, and here is my code word, food. P.S. My third bankruptcy is going well. Go Packers. So a very perplexing message from Timbo. I might need somebody who specializes in hieroglyphics to explain it to me, because I can't understand what the fuck he was trying to say. But just think about this. They love using Streamlabs and Stream Elements because they can just put any name as a tipper and type their message out, and it pops up nice and easy for Phil to read off. But now through PayPal, you're stuck to one account, and it's going to be so much more work for Phil to read these tips out, determine what's okay to say and what isn't, trying to figure out what name to call these people, etc., etc. And I love it. I love it. The other beautiful part of it is, you know, these pay pigs and DSP are so dumb, they're going to fuck this up at some point and give away some information that they didn't mean to. Which also means that DSP's tips are likely going to go down until he figures something else out. He got his typical emergency money tonight, but even then, it was less than what he usually sees in these situations. You know, when something like this happens, he gets like a $400 tip from some dumb fuck name that you never see again. But that wasn't the case tonight. Man, I will talk to y'all very soon for To Catch a Pay Pig Part 23. It's just taking longer than I thought it would, but I'll have it done eventually. You know, thank you for sticking with me the last year and a half. I appreciate all the support y'all always show me. And as always, a less a fucking a go. I hate you, Phil.